I'm 3 moves away from $50,000, and my best friend just whispered, "Don't screw this up," loud enough that my opponent definitely heard him. Griffin's standing behind the barrier with his phone out, recording this, and I can feel him vibrating with nervous energy from 6 feet away. My opponent, this guy named Peter, who showed up in a full suit like he's playing for the World Championship, is staring at the board so hard I'm surprised the pieces aren't melting. My knight's in position, his king's trapped, I can see the win, I can literally see it. But my hand's shaking as I reach for the piece because this is real money. This is my student loan payment. This is the difference between dropping out next semester and actually graduating. This is my mom not having to send me grocery money she doesn't have. The tournament hall's packed. There's like 80 people crowded around our table now, which is insane because when I walked in here this morning, there were maybe 20 people total, and most of them were setting up folding tables. Someone's got a professional camera pointed at us. The tournament director's hovering nearby with a clipboard. Everything smells like stale coffee and dry erase markers. Peter's clock is ticking down. 42 seconds left. I move my knight. Check, I say, and my voice sounds weird and far away. Peter's face does this thing. His jaw tightens and he blinks really fast. He's looking at every possible escape square. I already checked them all in my head 3 times. There's nothing. He's done. But he's taking forever to move, and I'm starting to second-guess myself. What if I missed something? What if there's some insane counter move I didn't see? Griffin's phone buzzes behind me, then mine buzzes in my pocket, then Griffin's again. 20 seconds on Peter's clock. Come on, someone whispers in the crowd. Peter reaches for his king, hesitates, pulls his hand back, reaches again. His fingers are shaking too. He tips his king over. Good game, he says quietly. My brain completely blanks. I won. I just won $50,000. Someone starts clapping, and then everyone's clapping and Griffin's yelling something, and I'm just sitting there staring at the fallen king like I've never seen a chess piece before in my life. This girl with a camera gets right in my face and I blink at the flash. The tournament director's shaking my hand. Peter's already walking away looking like someone just told him his dog died. And here's the thing that really gets me. I only joined the chess club because Griffin wouldn't shut up about it. 3 months ago, I was eating ramen for the 4th night in a row, and Griffin came into our apartment like, "Dude, you need a hobby, you're going to have a breakdown. Just come to one meeting." And I went, because he made me feel guilty. And also I was losing my mind from working 2 jobs while taking 18 credits. Now I'm $50,000 richer and my hands won't stop shaking. Speech! Speech! Someone's chanting. I stand up and my legs feel like rubber bands. I say into the sudden quiet. Thanks? This is insane. I don't even... My phone's buzzing non-stop in my pocket. Griffin's waving his phone at me with this huge grin on his face and mouthing something I can't understand. I just want to say, I continue, that 3 months ago I didn't know how a knight moved. So if I can do this, literally anyone can. And also my roommate made me come to chess club and I owe him like everything. Everyone laughs. Griffin's face goes red, but he's grinning even harder. The tournament director, this older guy named Ian, who's been running everything, steps forward with a microphone. Let's have another round of applause for our champion. Prize ceremony will be in 15 minutes at the main stage. Congratulations. More clapping. More camera flashes. Someone hands me a bottle of water and I chug half of it before I realize I'm on camera doing the most unathletic celebratory drink of my life. Griffin pushes through the crowd and grabs my shoulders. Dude! I know. Dude, I know. That was the sickest checkmate I've ever seen in my life. He's talking really fast. That knight move came out of nowhere, and when he realized he was trapped, his face just, I got it all on video. It's going to get so many views. Wait, what? I posted it to TikTok like 2 minutes ago, and it already has 300 likes. People are going crazy. My phone buzzes again, then like 15 times in rapid succession. I pull it out, and my lock screen's completely flooded. Text messages, Instagram notifications, missed calls from my mom, Twitter mentions, and a bunch of numbers I don't recognize. What the hell? I unlock my phone, and immediately Instagram crashes from trying to load too many notifications at once. Griffin's grinning. Bro, you're viral. I'm what? He shows me his phone. There's a TikTok video of the final move. The camera's on Peter's face as he realizes he's lost, and then it cuts to me looking absolutely shocked. The caption says, "College student wins $50K chess tournament after playing for 3 months," and it has 40,000 views. That was 2 minutes ago, Griffin says. It's blowing up. Look at the comments. I scroll through them. No way this is real. His opponent's face, I'm crying. The way his hands were shaking, OMG. This is so wholesome. Wait, how do you get that good in 3 months? That last comment has like 1,000 likes. Oh no, I say. What? People are going to think I cheated. Griffin's smile falters. What? No, you didn't cheat. Everyone saw you play. Yeah, but on the internet, I gesture vaguely at his phone. 3 months sounds suspicious. People are going to say I used an engine or something. You're overthinking it. You won fair and square. Everyone here knows that. But I'm already seeing replies to that comment. Definitely sus. Nobody improves that fast naturally. Someone check if he had his phone. My stomach drops. I need to sit down, I say. You are sitting down. I need to sit down more. Griffin laughs, but it sounds nervous. He keeps looking at his phone. Dude, your mom's calling you, like, a lot. I look at my missed calls. 6 from Mom. 3 from my younger sister Tessa. 2 from a number I don't recognize with my home area code. I should call her back, I say, but I don't move. My brain's stuck on the TikTok comments. What if people actually think I cheated? What if the tournament looks into it? Can they take the money back? Sir? A soft voice next to me. I look up and there's this girl standing there with a camera and a tournament staff badge. She's got dark hair in a bun and she's holding a clipboard. Sorry to interrupt. I'm Paige. I'm with Tournament Media. We're doing quick winner interviews before the ceremony. Would you be okay with that? Oh, sure? She smiles, and it's really warm. Great, just follow me. This'll only take 5 minutes. I stand up, and immediately my phone starts buzzing again. Griffin's looking at his phone with a weird expression on his face. What? I ask him. Nothing, go do your interview, I'll be right here. Something about his tone's off, but Paige is already walking toward a corner where they've set up a backdrop with sponsor logos, so I follow her. My phone vibrates the entire way there. Paige positions me in front of the backdrop and adjusts the camera angle. She's got this professional energy, but also seems really genuine, which is nice because I feel like I'm about to throw up from nerves. Okay, she says, pressing record on her camera. Just be natural. Tell me how you're feeling right now. Honestly? Like none of this is real. Like I'm going to wake up and still be broke and stressed about midterms. She laughs. Fair. So you've only been playing chess for 3 months? Yeah, my roommate, Griffin, he's over there. He basically dragged me to chess club. I was really bad at first. Like embarrassingly bad. What changed? I think about it. I guess I just started actually caring. Like, at first it was just something to do between shifts at work. But then I started watching videos and playing online, and it became this thing where I could forget about everything else for a while. My debt, my classes, all the stress, it just disappeared when I was focused on the board. Paige is nodding, and I realize I'm rambling, but she seems genuinely interested. And now you've won $50,000, she says. What's that going to mean for you? My throat gets tight. It means I can finish school. It means my mom doesn't have to worry about me. It means I have to stop talking, because I'm legitimately about to cry on camera. Sorry, it's just a lot. Don't apologize, that's beautiful. She smiles at me again, and I notice her eyes are really kind. One more question. There's some buzz online about how quickly you improved. How do you respond to people who might be skeptical? There it is. I mean, I get it, I say carefully. 3 months sounds crazy, but I wasn't starting from zero. I knew how the pieces moved. I'd played casual games before, and I spent like hundreds of hours studying. Plus, I had really good teachers at the chess club. It's not impossible, it just takes work. Perfect, thank you so much. She stops recording. That was great. Really genuine. Thanks, when will this be posted? Probably in an hour or so. It'll go on our YouTube and Instagram. My phone buzzes again. Then Griffin's phone buzzes across the room, loud enough that I hear it from here. Your friend seems excited, Paige says, glancing over at him. Yeah, he's really happy for me. But when I look at Griffin, he's staring at his phone with this expression I can't read. Not happy. Something else. You should go check on him, Paige says. Prize ceremony's in 10 minutes. I'll see you up there. I walk back to Griffin and he immediately locks his phone screen. What's wrong? I ask. Nothing. Griff. It's nothing, seriously. How was the interview? Fine. What's going on? He's quiet for a second, then shows me his phone. It's open to the chess club's group chat, which is completely blowing up. Miles, holy shit. Nash. I'm watching the stream. This is insane. Quinn. He won? Sierra. I'm literally crying. This is so wholesome. Jude. Does this mean we're a good chess club now? LOL? But then I scroll up and see messages from earlier during my final game. Miles. No way he wins this. Patter's rated way higher. Nash. Yeah, this is probably going to be rough. Holden. He's putting up a good fight, though. Nash. I mean, sure, but realistically. My stomach twists. They didn't think I could win, I say. They're idiots, Griffin says quickly. And look, now they're all celebrating. They're happy for you. I keep scrolling. There's more. Weston. Griffin, you really think he has a shot? Griffin. Yeah, actually I do. Griffin. He's better than all of you realize. Weston. IDK man. He's only been playing since like September. Griffin. Just watch. Something about seeing Griffin defend me to people makes my chest feel weird. You believed in me, I say. Of course I did. That's why I wouldn't shut up about you joining the club. But why? Like really, why did you care so much? Griffin looks away. Prize ceremony's starting. We should go. Griff, come on. He starts walking toward the main stage area and I follow him, but that weird feeling from earlier is back. Something's up with him and I can't figure out what. The main stage is set up at the front of the tournament hall with a whole crowd gathered. Ian's up there with a microphone and a comically large check that says $50,000 on it. Paige is nearby with her camera. There are at least 100 people watching now. Maybe more, and my heart's pounding so hard I think I might pass out. My phone buzzes. Mom again. I should really call her back. Ian's talking into the microphone about tournament sponsors and chess education, but I'm not really listening because my phone buzzes again, and this time it's a text from Tessa. Mom's freaking out. Call her now. She thinks you're gambling? What? I text back, what are you talking about? Tessa. She saw a video of you winning money and she thinks it's poker or something. Tessa. She doesn't understand what chess tournaments are. Tessa. Call her. Oh my god. Please welcome our champion to the stage, Ian's saying, and everyone's clapping and Griffin's pushing me forward. I walk up the steps to the stage and the lights are so bright I can barely see the crowd. Ian hands me the giant check and I hold it awkwardly while cameras flash. It's so surreal I almost laugh. Say a few words, Ian encourages, handing me the microphone. I look out at the crowd and my brain completely empties. Hi. Thanks everyone. This is really cool. I still can't believe this is happening. Smooth. Real smooth. I just want to thank the chess club at my school, and especially my roommate Griffin for making me join, even though I told him to leave me alone like 15 times. People laugh. Griffin's grinning, but there's still something sad in his eyes. And thanks to everyone who helped me learn. This money's going to change my life. Like, actually change it. So, yeah, thank you. More applause. Ian takes the microphone back and says something about chess being for everyone, and how programs are available for students. I'm barely listening because my phone's ringing in my pocket and I know it's my mom. The ceremony ends, and people swarm me immediately. Handshakes, photos, questions about my training routine. Someone from a local news site wants a quote. Paige is taking pictures of everything. It's overwhelming in the best and worst way. Griffin's hanging back, which is weird because normally he's right in the middle of everything. I excuse myself from the crowd and walk over to him. Okay, seriously, what's going on with you? Nothing. This is your moment. Enjoy it. You're being weird. I'm not. My phone rings. Mom, I have to take this. Hold on, I tell Griffin in answer. Hey, Mom, are you gambling? She says immediately. What? No! No! Tessa showed me a video of you winning money at some tournament, and you looked really stressed. And I thought, Mom, it's chess. I won a chess tournament. Silence. Chess? She says finally. Yes, chess. The board game, with knights and bishops. $50,000 for chess? It was a really big tournament. More silence. Then, honey, you don't even play chess. I do now. Griffin got me into it. Griffin, your roommate? Yes. How long have you been doing this? Like 3 months. 3 months? And you won $50,000? When she says it like that, it does sound insane. I practiced a lot, I say weakly. Honey. Her voice gets soft in that way that means she's about to cry. This is real money? $50,000? Yeah. Oh my God, honey, do you know what this means? My throat gets tight again. I can finish school. You can finish school, she repeats. And now she's definitely crying. You don't have to drop out. You don't have to work yourself to death. I'm trying really hard not to cry in the middle of this tournament hall. Yeah. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud. Thanks, Mom. When do you get the money? Good question. I don't actually know. I should probably find out. Okay, honey, I'll let you go. Call me later with details. And tell Griffin thank you from me. I will. She hangs up and I just stand there for a second, trying to process everything. Griffin's looking at his phone again, his jaw tight. Griffin. He looks up. What is going on with you? And don't say nothing. He's quiet for a long moment. People are still celebrating around us, but we might as well be in a bubble. I'm happy for you, he finally says. I really am. But nothing. This is great. You're lying. He runs a hand through his hair. Can we talk about this later? Not here. We're talking about it now. Dude, now. Griffin looks around, then lowers his voice. Fine. You want to know what's wrong? I'm jealous, okay? I'm happy for you, but I'm also jealous, and I feel like a terrible person about it. I wasn't expecting that. Jealous, I say? Yes, jealous. You've been playing for 3 months and you just won enough money to solve all your problems. I've been playing since I was 7, and I've never even placed in a real tournament. I'm the one who taught you half the openings you know. And I'm standing here watching you win, and all I can think about is how much I need that money too. His voice cracks on the last word. Griff, I'm not trying to make this about me. I know how selfish that sounds. But my student loans are worse than yours. My mom's worse off than yours. I have medical bills you don't know about. And I thought, I don't know what I thought, that maybe if you got good enough we could team up for doubles tournaments or something. Or that you'd inspire me to get better. But instead you just blew past me and won on your first try and I'm... He stops, takes a breath. I'm a terrible friend, he finishes quietly. I don't know what to say. My brain's trying to process this while people are still coming up to take photos and ask questions. You're not a terrible friend, I finally say. You're literally the reason this happened. That doesn't make me feel less jealous. Yeah, but I don't know how to explain what I'm thinking. You believed in me when no one else did. You saw something I didn't see. That's not nothing. It's not $50,000. Someone's waving at me from across the room. Ian, the tournament director. He's gesturing for me to come over. Hold on, I tell Griffin. Don't go anywhere. I walk over to Ian, and Paige is standing next to him. They both look serious. Hey, I say, what's up? We need to talk about something, Ian says. Can we step into the office for a moment? My heart sinks. Is this about people thinking I cheated? Ian and Paige exchange a look. Let's just talk in private, Ian says. Oh no. I follow them into a small office off the main hall. There's a desk covered in tournament paperwork and a whiteboard with pairings written on it. Ian closes the door. First of all, congratulations again, he says. That was a brilliant game. Thanks, I say slowly. But you're about to tell me there's a problem. Not exactly a problem. More of a formality. He picks up a folder from the desk. Given your rapid improvement and the size of the prize, we need to do a standard verification process. It's nothing personal. We do this for all major wins. Verification? We need to confirm you played without assistance, which means we'll review the game, check for any suspicious patterns, and we'll need to see your chess.com and Lichess accounts if you have them. My mouth goes dry. You think I cheated? No, Paige says quickly. This is really standard. It's just procedure. How long does this take? Usually a few days, Ian says. We'll send everything to an independent review board. They'll analyze the game and your playing history. If everything checks out, which I'm sure it will, the prize money gets released. A few days? My voice comes out higher than normal. I need that money. I have bills due. I'm supposed to pay rent next week. I understand, Ian says, but this is in the tournament rules. Everyone agreed to this when they signed up. Did I agree to this? I barely remember filling out the registration form. Griffin helped me with most of it. What happens if they think something's weird? I ask. Then they'll do a deeper investigation. But honestly, I watched your game. You played clean. Your thought process was visible. You're going to be fine. But there's a chance I'm not. Ian hesitates. There's always a chance, but it's very unlikely. I feel sick. Is there anything else? I ask. That's it for now. We'll email you the details. Try to enjoy the win. You earned it. I walk out of the office in a daze. The tournament hall's starting to clear out. Griffin's exactly where I left him, looking at his phone. What did they want? He asks when I get back. They have to verify I didn't cheat. It could take a few days before I get the money. What? That's bullshit. It's standard procedure, apparently. Yeah, but you didn't cheat. Everyone knows you didn't cheat. The internet doesn't know that. I pull out my phone and open TikTok. Griffin's video now has 200,000 views. The comments are worse than before. He definitely used an engine. They should check his phone. No shot this is natural talent. Something's fishy about this. But there are also good ones. Everyone's so cynical. Maybe he's just good. This is so inspiring. Let people be happy for once. I lock my phone. I can't look at this right now. Griffin's quiet for a moment, then, I'm sorry. For what? For making this about me. For being jealous. You're dealing with actual problems, and I was throwing a pity party. You weren't. I was. And you didn't deserve that. He looks me in the eye. You won fair and square, and you're going to get your money, and it's going to change your life. And I'm happy about that, really. Even though you're jealous? Yeah, I can be both. Humans are complicated. I want to say something meaningful, but my brain's fried, and I don't have the words. Thanks for believing in me. Thanks for making me look like a genius chess coach. We both laugh, and some of the tension breaks. Paige appears next to us, camera in hand. Hey, sorry to interrupt again. Do you guys mind if I get a photo? The roommate angle's really sweet. Sure, Griffin says, and we stand together while she snaps a few pictures. These are great, she says, looking at her camera screen. You guys have a really genuine friendship, you can tell. He's annoying, but I keep him around, I say. I'm the reason you're rich now, so show some respect. Griffin shoots back. Paige grins. Perfect. Can I ask you something weird? Sure. Would you guys want to do a longer interview? Like a real sit-down conversation about the chess club and how this whole thing happened? I'm working on a piece about the growth of collegiate chess, and this is exactly the kind of story that would be perfect. I look at Griffin. He shrugs. Yeah, okay, I say. When? Are you free now? There's a coffee shop 2 doors down. We could do it there. Should take maybe 30 minutes. I check the time. It's barely 3 p.m. This whole thing started at 10 a.m. and it feels like I've lived an entire lifetime since then. Sure, I say. Let's do it. We follow Paige out of the tournament hall and into the bright sunlight. It's a perfect day. Warm, but not hot. Clear blue sky. The coffee shop's tiny, one of those local places with mismatched furniture and art on the walls. Paige buys us all coffee and sets up her camera at a corner table. Okay, she says, pressing record. Just talk naturally. Tell me the story of how you got into chess. Griffin and I look at each other. I'll start, Griffin says. So I've been playing chess my whole life. My dad taught me when I was a kid, and it became this thing we did together. When I got to college, I joined the chess club immediately, and it was like my main hobby. But this guy, he gestures at me, wanted nothing to do with it. I was busy, I defend. You were stressed, there's a difference. Okay, fine, I was stressed. I was working 2 jobs, taking a full course load, and trying not to have a complete breakdown. And I kept telling him he needed something that wasn't work or school. Griffin continues. Some kind of outlet, but he ignored me for like 2 months. I didn't ignore you. I politely declined. You told me to shut up about chess. Well, yeah, that too. Paige is grinning behind her camera. So what changed? She asks. I wore him down, Griffin says. I basically harassed him until he came to one meeting just to get me to stop talking. That's accurate, I admit. I showed up planning to sit in the back and play on my phone, but then everyone was really nice and they had free pizza, and this girl Quinn showed me some basic tactics, and I was like, oh, this is actually interesting. He was terrible at first, Griffin adds. Like losing to people who'd been playing for 2 weeks, but he kept coming back, because it was better than sitting in my apartment stressing about money. The words come out more honest than I meant them to. Paige's expression softens. Tell me about that, she says gently. The money stuff. You don't have to if you don't want to. I take a sip of coffee. Griffin's watching me carefully. I'm $20,000 in debt, I say. Student loans. I took out way more than I should have because I didn't really understand what I was signing. And my mom can't help because she's barely making ends meet herself. So I was working as a tutor and at this campus coffee shop trying to make rent and payments and still somehow graduate. And every month it felt like I was drowning more. I didn't know it was that bad, Griffin says quietly. I look at him. You didn't? I mean, I knew you were struggling, but I didn't know it was 20,000. You never asked. You never told me. We're both quiet for a second. This is good, Paige says softly. Keep going. So chess became this escape, I continue. When I was studying positions or playing games, I wasn't thinking about debt. I wasn't calculating how many shifts I needed to pick up. I was just there, present, focused on something that wasn't falling apart. And you got good fast, Griffin says. I practiced constantly. Between classes, during my breaks at work, before bed, I was obsessed. It was like I found this thing that finally gave me control over something. I couldn't control my debt or my situation, but I could control how much I studied, how much I improved. Paige nods. And then you entered the tournament. Griffin's idea, I say? I saw how much he'd improved, Griffin explains. And I thought, why not? The entry fee was only $50. Worst case, he loses first round and we get a fun road trip out of it. Best case, I win $50,000 and have an existential crisis. Everyone laughs. How does it feel? Paige asks. Knowing that money's coming? Surreal, terrifying, amazing, all of it at once. I run my hand through my hair. I can finish school now. I can pay off my loans. I can maybe help my mom. And I know that sounds simple, but it's like, I've been carrying this weight for so long and suddenly I can put it down. My voice cracks a little on the last part. Griffin's looking at me with this expression I can't read. Paige pauses the recording. That was beautiful. I'm going to get some B-roll shots outside and then we'll do a few more questions. Take a minute. She steps outside with her camera. Griffin and I sit in silence for a moment. I didn't know it was 20,000, he says again. Yeah, why didn't you tell me? Because what were you going to do? You're dealing with the same stuff. Not the same. Similar enough. He's quiet. Then, mine's 35,000 plus 8,000 in medical bills from when I had to go to the ER last year, plus credit card debt because I've been using cards to pay for stuff I can't afford. My stomach drops. Griff. So when you won today, part of me was thinking, that should be me. I need that more, which is a horrible thing to think about your best friend, but I thought it anyway. He's staring at his coffee cup. And then I felt guilty for thinking it, which made me feel worse. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry, he continues. I'm really truly happy you won. You deserved it. You worked your ass off. But I'm also drowning and watching you get saved feels like, I don't know. It's complicated. Humans are complicated, I echo his words from earlier. Yeah, we sit there for another moment. Outside, I can see Paige taking photos of the street. What if we split it? I say suddenly. Griffin's head snaps up. What? The prize money. What if we split it? Are you insane? I'm serious. You're the reason I won. Without you, I never would have joined chess club. And you need it just as bad as I do. No, he's shaking his head. No way. You won that tournament. That's your money. But listen to me. You won that money through your work, your skill, your stress, your effort. I didn't do anything except annoy you into trying something new. That doesn't earn me $25,000. You believed in me. So what? That's what friends do. You don't pay people for being your friend. But you said, I said I was jealous. I didn't say I wanted your money. There's a difference. I'm trying to find the right words, but my brain's moving too slow. Look, Griffin says, leaning forward. Here's what I actually want. I want you to use that money to finish school and pay off your debt. And then when you're stable and graduated and doing well, I want you to help me figure out my shit. Not by giving me money, by being there when I need support, by believing in me the way I believed in you, by being the kind of friend who shows up. My throat's tight again. That's all I want, he finishes. Deal? Deal. We shake on it, and something shifts. The tension that's been sitting between us all day finally breaks. Paige comes back inside. Okay, ready for a few more questions? We do another 10 minutes of interview. Lighter stuff about the chess club, funny stories about my terrible early games, what we're doing to celebrate. Paige seems genuinely invested in the story, asking thoughtful questions and laughing at our jokes. Last question, she finally says. What are you going to do now? Now? I check my phone. It's almost 4 p.m. Honestly, I have no idea. Process everything? Try to relax? Probably fail at relaxing? There's a reception at 6 p.m. back at the tournament hall, Paige says, for all the prize winners and sponsors. You should come. Free food, good networking, and people will want to meet you. Will you be there? The question comes out before I can stop it, and Griffin shoots me a look. Paige smiles. Yeah, I'll be there. Someone has to take photos. Then I'll definitely come. Griffin kicks me under the table. Paige packs up her camera. Thanks for doing this. The interview was great. I'll send you a link when it's edited. Thanks for caring about the story, I say. She leaves, and Griffin immediately leans across the table. Dude, what? You're going to hit on the tournament photographer? I'm not hitting on anyone. I'm being friendly. You asked if she'd be there. So? With that voice. What voice? The I think you're cute voice. I feel my face getting hot. Shut up. I'm just saying, you win $50,000 and immediately develop a crush. That's very on brand for you. I don't have a crush. Sure you don't. My phone buzzes. It's a text from my mom. Your sister says the video has 500,000 views now. Are you famous? I show Griffin. This is getting out of hand. You won a tournament in the most dramatic way possible and someone caught it on video. Of course it's getting out of hand. I open TikTok and he's right. The video's at 500K views and climbing. The comments are a mess of support and skepticism and people tagging their friends. There are already reaction videos. Someone made an edit with dramatic music. This is so weird, I say. Get used to it, you're a chess celebrity now. I really don't want to be a chess celebrity. Too late. We finish our coffee and head back out into the afternoon. The tournament hall's almost empty now. Just a few people packing up equipment. We have 2 hours before the reception. Want to walk around? Griffin suggests. Clear our heads? Yeah, okay. We wander through the downtown area near the venue. It's a nice neighborhood. Local shops, restaurants, trees lining the sidewalks. It feels surreal to be here, in this moment, after everything that just happened. My phone keeps buzzing. Messages from people I haven't talked to in years. Friend requests from strangers. The chess club group chat is completely chaotic now. Everyone arguing about whether I should do media interviews or stay off social media. You should probably mute that, Griffin says, nodding at my phone. Probably, but I don't. I keep reading messages, watching the view count climb, seeing my face everywhere. It's addictive and terrible at the same time. We stop at a park bench and sit down. Griffin's quiet, staring at his phone. You okay? I ask. Yeah, just thinking. About how I'm going to pay rent next month. The words hit different now that I know how bad his debt is. Griff, don't. I'm not saying that to make you feel guilty, I'm just being honest. He locks his phone. I need to figure something out. Maybe pick up more shifts. Or sell some stuff. I don't know. What if you started streaming your chess games? Or making content? Who's gonna watch me? I'm not good enough to be educational and not entertaining enough to be fun. That's not true. It kind of is, though. He leans back on the bench. You know what's funny? I've been playing chess my whole life and you're better than me after 3 months. That has to mean something about talent versus practice. Or it means I got lucky. Luck doesn't win chess tournaments. Then what do you call what happened today? Skill. Preparation. The ability to stay calm under pressure. He looks at me. You're good at this. Actually good. And I think you could keep going if you wanted to. Keep going? There are other tournaments. Bigger prizes. You could make this a real thing. The idea is so overwhelming I can't even process it. I just want to finish college and not be broke. I know, but I'm saying you have options now. That's huge. We sit in silence for a while, watching people walk by. A couple with a dog, a jogger, a mom with 2 little kids who are running around screaming. My phone buzzes again. Another text from Paige. Hey, random question. Do you have Instagram? Would love to tag you in some photos from today. My heart does a stupid little jump. I text back. Yeah, I do. Same username as my chess.com account. She responds immediately. Found you. Just followed. See you at the reception. Griffin's reading over my shoulder. Oh my God, you're texting her already. She texted me with a smiley face emoji. She's into you. You're reading way too much into this. Am I though? I shove him and he laughs. My phone buzzes with an Instagram notification. Paige started following me. I follow her back and immediately start scrolling through her photos. She's a photographer, so her feed is full of events and portraits and artistic shots. She looks really talented. You're stalking her Instagram, Griffin observes. I'm looking at her work. Sure. It's almost 5:30 now. We should head back to the tournament hall for the reception. I stand up and Griffin follows. On the walk back he says, you should ask her out. What? Paige, you should ask her out. She clearly thinks you're interesting. She's being professional. She's working. She gave you a smiley face. That doesn't mean anything. It means she's friendly at minimum. And you're single? She's cute. You literally just won a chess tournament, which is a great story. This is perfect timing. I'm not asking her out at a chess reception. Why not? Because that's weird? What's weird about it? I don't have a good answer. My phone buzzes again. This time it's an email from Ian with the subject line, Prize Verification Process Details. I open it and skim through. Basically what he said before. They'll review the game, check my accounts, send everything to an independent board. Expected timeline is 3 to 5 business days. There's a link to fill out banking information for the prize transfer. 5 days feels like forever when you're broke. You good? Griffin asks. Yeah, just the verification email. You're going to be fine. They'll see you played clean and you'll get your money. I hope so. We reach the tournament hall and there are way more people here now than I expected. The reception area is set up with tables of food and drinks, and there's actual catering, fancy cheese plates and little sandwiches, and a dessert table that looks dangerous. Ian spots us immediately. There he is! Come on in! We've been waiting for you! We walk in and multiple people turn to look at me. Someone starts clapping and then others join in, and suddenly I'm getting a standing ovation for walking into a room. This is so weird, I mutter to Griffin. Just smile and wave. I do an awkward little wave and people laugh. Paige is near the photo backdrop, camera in hand, and she gives me a thumbs up. The next hour's a blur. I talk to sponsors who want to support collegiate chess. I meet other tournament winners. I pose for approximately 8,000 photos. Someone from a chess coaching company gives me their card and says they'd love to work with me. Griffin stays nearby the whole time, making jokes and keeping things light when conversations get too serious. He's good at that, reading when I'm overwhelmed and creating space for me to breathe. Around 7 p.m., Paige finds me near the food table. Hey, surviving? Barely. She laughs. You're doing great. Everyone's impressed. Thanks. Your photos turned out really good, by the way. I saw the ones you posted. Oh, you follow the tournament page? I follow you. The words come out before I can stop them, and I immediately want to die. But Paige just smiles. I noticed. Your chess content is actually really interesting. You have a good eye for positions. You play? A little. My dad taught me when I was a kid. I'm not competitive or anything, just casual. That's cool. There's a pause that feels loaded with something I can't name. So, Paige says, this is probably forward of me, but do you want to get out of here? There's a really good ice cream place down the street, and I'm kind of over this reception. My brain short circuits. Like, together? Yeah, together. Unless you'd rather stay here and talk to more sponsors? No, ice cream sounds great. Let me grab Griffin. Actually, she looks a little nervous. I was thinking just us. Griffin seems like he's having a good time. I glance over and Griffin's deep in conversation with one of the other chess players. He catches my eye and does a very obvious go talk to her gesture. Okay, I say. Yeah, let's go. We slip out the side door and into the evening air. It's cooler now, the sun's starting to set. The ice cream place is 3 blocks away, and we walk there in comfortable silence. That was smooth of you, Paige says as we walk. Sneaking out. Was it? I felt like everyone was watching. They probably were. You're kind of the star of the event. That's so weird to say out loud. Why? You won! I know, but I'm just a regular person. This morning I was worried about rent. And now you're not. And now I'm not. I repeat. The reality still hasn't fully sunk in. We reach the ice cream place, one of those artisan spots with unusual flavors. Paige orders lavender honey, and I get salted caramel. We sit outside at a little metal table. Can I ask you something? Paige says. Sure. What are you going to do with the money? I know you said finish school, but like, beyond that? I think about it while eating my ice cream. Honestly, I don't know yet. Pay off my loans, help my mom, maybe save some. It's not enough to like, retire, or anything, but it's enough to not be stressed constantly. That's huge, though. Yeah, I pause. What would you do if you won $50,000? She considers it. I'd put it toward graduate school. I want to get my MFA in photography, but it's so expensive. Right now I'm working and saving, but at this rate it'll take years. You're really talented. I saw your Instagram. You did? She looks pleased. Yeah, the portrait work especially. You have a really good sense of light. Thanks. That means a lot. She takes a bite of her ice cream. So can I confess something? When I first saw you today before the tournament ended, I thought you were going to lose. I laugh. So did everyone else. But then you made that night move and I saw Peter's face and I thought, oh shit, this guy's actually good. And then you won and did that incredibly dorky celebration. Hey! And I thought, okay, he's good and he's genuine. That's rare. My face feels hot. I don't think I'm that special. You won a tournament after 3 months and you're using the money to finish college instead of buying a car or going on vacation. That's pretty special. I don't know what to say to that, so I just focus on my ice cream. Sorry, Paige says. I'm being too intense. I do that sometimes. No, it's okay. I just don't know how to handle compliments. Practice receiving them. You're probably going to get a lot more. We talk for another hour. About photography, about chess, about school and stress and what we want to do with our lives. She's easy to talk to in a way that feels rare. Like I can be honest without worrying about being judged. I should probably get back, I finally say. Griffin's gonna think I abandoned him. Fair, but before we go, she pulls out her phone. Can I get your number? I'd like to stay in touch, if that's okay. Yeah, definitely. We exchange numbers and walk back to the tournament hall together. The reception's winding down. Only about 20 people left. Griffin spots me immediately and jogs over. Dude, where did you go? Ice cream with Paige. His face breaks into a huge grin. I knew it. Shut up. You disappeared for an hour with the cute photographer. That's basically a date. It wasn't a date. Did you get her number? Yes. Date! Paige is laughing from across the room. She waves at me and I wave back, feeling like an idiot. The reception ends around 8:30. Griffin and I head back to his car. We drove down together this morning, which feels like it happened in a different lifetime. On the drive home, Griffin says, today was insane. Understatement. Are you okay, like actually? I think about it. I don't know yet. Ask me when the money actually hits my account and I know this is real. It's real. You won. Yeah, but what if they think I cheated? What if something goes wrong with the verification? Nothing's going to go wrong. You played clean. Everyone saw it. But what if... Stop. He glances at me. You won. Fair and square. You're going to get your money. Your life is changing. Let yourself be happy about it. I lean back in the seat and close my eyes. I'm trying. Try harder. We drive in silence for a while. My phone buzzes occasionally. Messages, notifications, the internet continuing to react to my existence. I should probably feel more excited than I do. But mostly, I just feel exhausted. Hey, Griffin says as we get closer to campus. Thank you. For what? For offering to split the money earlier. You didn't have to do that and it meant a lot. You would have done the same thing. Maybe, but you actually said it. That matters. We pull into the parking lot of our apartment complex. It's fully dark now, stars visible in the sky. Griffin turns off the car, but neither of us moves to get out. What happens now, I ask. Now? We go inside, you call your mom again, we probably order pizza because we're too tired to cook, and you try to process the fact that you won a chess tournament this morning. And then? And then life keeps going. You finish this semester, you wait for the money, you maybe text Paige. You keep playing chess if you want to. You figure it out as you go. That's not very specific. Life's not very specific. We finally get out of the car and head up to our apartment. It looks exactly the same as when we left this morning. Dirty dishes in the sink, textbooks on the coffee table, the general chaos of two broke college students trying to survive. But everything feels different now. I sit on the couch and pull out my phone. The TikTok video's at 1.2 million views. There are articles being written about me. Someone made a Wikipedia page. It's completely surreal. A text comes through from Paige. Thanks for the ice cream, let's do it again sometime. I text back. Definitely, when are you free? 3 dots appear immediately. Next weekend, if you're not too famous by then, I'll try to squeeze you into my busy schedule of eating ramen and studying for finals. Sounds glamorous. It's a date. A date. She said date. I show Griffin, who's in the kitchen attempting to find something edible in our fridge. Told you! He yells. Okay, fine, you were right. Say it again. You were right. One more time. I hate you. He comes back into the living room with a bag of chips. This is literally the best day of your life and you're still grumpy. I'm not grumpy, I'm processing. Process faster. My phone rings. Mom again, I answer. Honey, I've been thinking, she says immediately. You should save most of that money. Don't spend it all at once. I'm not going to spend it all at once. And don't tell everyone you have it. People get weird about money. I won't. And make sure you pay your taxes on it. Prizes are taxable income. Mom, I'm just saying, I don't want you to... Mom, I'm going to be smart about it, I promise. She's quiet for a second. Then, I'm really proud of you. You know that, right? My throat gets tight. Yeah, I know. Call me tomorrow with updates and tell Griffin I said hi. Will do. I hang up and Griffin's watching me with a knowing look. She's worried, I explain. Moms worry, it's their job. I set my phone down and just sit there for a minute, trying to absorb everything that happened today. The tournament, the win, the viral video, Griffin's confession, Paige, the verification process, all of it. Hey, Griffin? Yeah? Thanks for making me join chess club. He smiles. Thanks for actually showing up. We sit there together eating chips, scrolling through our phones, existing in the aftermath of the most surreal day of our lives. Tomorrow I'll wake up and still be broke. The money won't hit my account for days. I'll still have classes and work and stress. But something fundamental has shifted. For the first time in years, I can see a future that doesn't involve drowning in debt. I can imagine graduating, having options, not constantly calculating whether I can afford groceries. My phone buzzes one more time. A text from Tessa. You're literally famous now. This is so weird. Also, Mom won't stop crying. She's happy, but it's a lot. I text back. Tell her I'm okay. Everything's okay. And for the first time in a long time, I actually mean it. Griffin falls asleep on the couch around 11 p.m., still holding his phone. I grab a blanket and throw it over him, then head to my room. I should sleep. I have class tomorrow and I'm completely exhausted. But instead, I open my laptop and look at my chess.com account. There are hundreds of new followers, messages from people asking for tips, friend requests from players I've admired for months. I open a new game against the computer and start playing. Not because I need to practice, not because I'm training for anything, just because it feels right. The pieces move across the board. Knight to f3, pawn to e5, bishop to c4. Somewhere in the middle of the game it hits me. This is just the beginning. Today changed everything, but it's also just one day. One tournament, one win. There's so much more ahead. School to finish, debt to pay, maybe more tournaments, definitely more chess. Probably more awkward dates with Paige where I say something dumb and she laughs anyway. More late-night conversations with Griffin about life and money and friendship. More chances to figure out who I am and what I want. I checkmate the computer and start another game. Outside my window, campus is quiet. Everyone's asleep or studying or living their normal lives. In the morning, I'll wake up and join them. I'll go to class. I'll work my shift at the coffee shop. I'll text Paige something probably too eager. I'll check my email obsessively waiting for verification news. I'll be the same person I was yesterday, except I won't be. Not really. Because yesterday, I didn't know I could win. Yesterday, I was just surviving, grinding through each day, hoping things would somehow work out. Today, I know different. Today, I learned that sometimes things do work out. That sometimes you take a chance on something small, like joining a chess club, and it changes everything. My phone lights up with one final notification. It's from the tournament's official Instagram account. They posted the photo Paige took of me and Griffin. The caption reads, "Sometimes the best victories are the ones we achieve with the people who believed in us first. Congratulations to our champion." Griffin's already commented, "Told you he was good." I save the photo and close my phone. Tomorrow I'll deal with everything. The verification, the attention, the next steps. Tomorrow I'll figure out what winning actually means beyond the number in my bank account. But tonight, I'm just going to sit here with my chessboard and remember what it felt like to make that final move. To see Peter's king fall. To realize that all those hours of practice and stress and doubt led somewhere real. Tonight, I'm going to let myself be proud. I win the computer game and close my laptop. My room's dark except for the streetlight coming through the window. I can hear Griffin snoring from the living room. I lie down in bed and stare at the ceiling, my mind racing too fast for sleep. But it's not the anxious racing I'm used to. It's something different. Something that almost feels like hope. My phone buzzes one last time. Paige. "Can't wait for next weekend. Sleep well, champion." I smile in the dark and type back, "You too." Then I close my eyes and let the exhaustion finally take over, falling asleep to dreams of chessboards and second chances and everything that comes next.